It is some more minutes later. Those are some good fucking wangs, those was. Um, if anything, what I really should have done was rename this episode to episode 3 rather than just doing it as episode 2 again. The confusion. Um, right, we'll just make sure what we've done there was saved, because I hate to have videos what wasn't saved. Right then. So we've just recovered a science module that we launched in the name of testing some components. My cat's in the background doing a meow. Where were we? Mission control. Archives. What we've done is we've tested the decoupler, the 2 hammers. Right. Any more components, or am I going to have to spend some science to unlock some more? Yeah, let's do that. Let's go over to R&D. And R&D ourselves some aerodynamics, I suppose. What have we got? We got stability there. And nothing else is affordable. Right. From this we get a nose cone, winglet, and another radial decoupler. I'll be fucked if this doesn't give me another testing mission. Yes, there we are. Swivel. So we'll do this, and then an atmospheric zone. What is it? The mystery goo, or is okay. So there we got our 2 missions. Let's build our test piece. So we want to test the swivel engine below 17,800 meters at site WC6. We'll get rid of this. And what we will do is replace the hammer engine with our swivel engine. Plus a fuel tank, of course. And so this gives us a few options as far as the control of our craft goes. No longer do we have to use those small winglets. What we can do there is use 3 of them to control the swivel engine, and then we will use the winglets to control our big old SRB. There we go. We'll make sure that our aerodynamic sensors are properly positioned. Fuck. Okay. So what if we reduce the number of these to 2? No, you see, it's still a little bit finicky. But then, if we do this... Oh. Maybe not then. Okay. This is going to be our test rig, and what we need is some science bits. We're going to use the barometer because it's an atmosphere check. Place this above the window in the front of the craft. 1 of them, not 2 of them. And let's begin testing our tester. So I was quite glad before I put out the current one that the previous test rig was successful. Right, so that's not what it's supposed to do. Make sure that our stages are correct before we do any of this shit. Those wings, they gave me such shitty mucus. Oh, yeah. Okay, back to build. And then we're going to just get rid of the decoupler. And at least hopefully this one should be staged properly now. And there shouldn't really be any faffing around. Hey look, crumb of batter. All of the crumbs of batter. Right. Feel like a bit of a fucking tramp for eating off the bottom of my fucking desk, but whatever. Okay, Kerbin, and then I was supposed to land it. Okay. So just quickly then we'll log some pressure data. Keep it? Nope. Oh, WC6, of course. We'll take our map. Where is WC6? It's over there. We've got the Navi there. Oh, ooh, okay. So we'll pay attention to the direction that we're going in. And I believe it is to the... there, is it? Yeah, there we are. This is a little bit of an art that I'm not sure that I'm really well equipped for. Well, we'll let gravity do most of the work at the moment, so we'll go to maximum. And then steadily point ourselves towards the reading site and then get a burn on. This is another one of the difficulties that I face with the playing KSP, is that I don't know what any of the diagrams mean because I've never read the instructions. I think that's the way we do it. Hang on. Oh, okay. No, fucked, aren't we? We'll use our map there. I don't think that we're in the right site, but let's just use the barometer anyway. Well, we're below. Oh, I don't know then. I don't think that we've retargeted that properly. Alright, so we'll launch. Bring those up again. In fact, I can just get rid of the SRB altogether, because that's too fast. We'll get rid of this. I think the fuel tank. We'll give it one more, just to be safe. And then add on the liquid booster. No, not that, the swivel. And then see if these fins keep us within the correct centers. Thrust and mass, or aero. That's gonna be a no, so what are we gonna do? Oh, well, the answer's probably gonna be, we got any more, got any of those structure pieces? Girder segments. Because what I think might do is we're gonna build a little thing. So the sides there, we'll place these, and then try and place these flat on the bottom of this, somewhere in the inside. And then hopefully this should allow me to get a little bit lower than that. So one more girder segment, and place it as square as we can on the base of this piece. That's a bit on the wonk, but it doesn't really matter too much. I'll just close Discord. Then we place the winglet. Oh, just that little bit lower. Just that little bit lower. So another one of those. What does this not mount then? Oh, that's weird. That is weird. Okay. Then AVT1 winglets, and now we can afford to place them down. The only damage is that doing it in this this fucking configuration is going to cause the thing to fall over. We'll keep it at that. The thrust to mass ratio of this thing's going to be dog shit. I think I've just done more work than I needed to. In the name of some form of science. In fact, fuck off. So control. Right, the site is. We'll do it there. Map and then. Nope, no idea. So we'll do this and then try to point in the direction. No, we're not, because that's just sent us into a skyfall or a tumble. Does this allow a little bit more control? Just a little. But it's only on a two-dimensional plane. I don't know, I think it was, I think it would have been a bit better without the arrow then. Who are those girders? Because the swivel engine should really act as enough of a control surface without the control surfaces. So we'll do this, stage it, there we are. A little bit of stability, please. There we are. Nope. That's not gone well. Maybe the better approach would have been to just build a plane. Alright, so just a little bit this time. And I think it was out at sea, so start in that direction. With no sense of direction. It's a fine art. So try it this way. Oh, Jesus. The rotation fucked me up. what are we gonna do then? Mm. So we're gaining a bit of speed and altitude. I'm gonna try this way. Simple maneuvers. Okay. These adjustments don't really appear to be doing much for me. Yeah, that's not ideal. And further to that, I don't think that this is going to allow me to reach the site. Uh, hmm. What else do we have? We don't have any wheels. Just got a strut there. This is actually a bit of a challenge. Okay, we'll take things one at a time. We'll just learn these. I think that one of our more yeah, one of our more essential pieces or objects would have been this here. And I don't think we've got any. The only structural pieces we've got is these grid segments. We don't have any fuselage pieces. Because what I would done, well, what I would have done is created a like an offset kind of setup to we'll place this on one side and a sidecar, so at least in the middle we've got this landing rig. That's not gonna be possible now. Ooh, okay. There we go. We got the drogue, which is a high altitude pre-parachute, and then the radial parachute, which is the final stage, which will remove all of the speed. Okay, let's go back then. Let's not focus on the contracts. What we're gonna do instead is a few milestones. So I think what do we do? I don't think we've got any more to R&D just yet. So we're gonna have to deal with what we've got. I think for the start of this, then we're gonna play with the barometer because that gains us science. This makes for a quite ideal final step, so I keep that. And then of course we're going to add a flat decoupler and an SRB because that's my style. On the base of the SRB, I will place 2 or 4 winglets, 4 of them. There we are. Keep it straight. So we've got the barometer there, we've got the whatever else we can place on there. More mystery goo, 1 of them. Or 2 of them, because center of gravity. And then place down a couple of thermometers as well. So we'll place 1 on this side for visual references, and the other 1 on this side. All of the science. And so hopefully what this should do is place us at a good enough altitude and with the liquid booster, be able to sustain a slow descent into Kerbin's atmosphere. Reality and aspirations are very totally different beasts, and I can already see one of the issues with this. I think that the winglets are slightly too low for this. They they make the thing fall over. That's issue one, and then our second issue is the fact that we have staged this a little bit wonky. Okay. Probably make these retrievable as well with our newly researched drogue chutes or parachutes. I don't know. Just as long as I can fucking remember where they are. There we are. So we'll place a... Oh, not just the one, you dickhead. 4 of them. Alright, 3 of them. Done. So we place the parachute there, and the drogue chute on the other side. And these are both staged into the decoupling process, so this returns home safe. And then this part gets the same treatment. One over here, and one over there. This should be a little bit more cooperative now. Drink. So we launch immediately. Place our stability control on. Sample 1, because I don't think we've done this yet. We're going to take a log at the temperature. No, we're not. Reset. What about the mystery goo? Yes, we keep that. And the barometer, we've not used that yet. So, more signs for us. What have we already got there? No, yeah, that's alright then. Any temperature here? Nope. Why doesn't this fuck off? Yeah, we'll keep that as well. Ah, there we are. Right, so that's going to do that. Now we'll do our best to escape the atmosphere with this, and also maintain a little bit of an orbit. I don't think it's gonna result in an orbit. We're gonna have a quite sharp apex from what I reckon. Oh, it's tumbling. Well, it's not an orbit, but it's as close as it gets. Is there anything that we can do in terms of temperatures here? No. Okay. Now I know what we're doing, what the broad plan is. Now we've got a little bit of confidence in the program. In fact, let's start us quite soon. Start it like this. A lot of G-pull by this thing. Quite an impressive SRB. But we are making changes to our heading, so that's good. Nope, don't want to do that. That's going to be quite hard, actually. So we're going to be normal, I think. There we are. More control there. And then develop it into a full burn. And this should leave us in better stead than the previous one. They see, really opens out the arc. Throat noises. Ultimately, okay, the parachutes failed on that SRB. Shame. Oh. That is not quite what I want to happen. Look at this. Everything's just gonna fucking blow. Or maybe not, actually. We're losing speed suitably. And now we enter thicker atmosphere. Yeah, all the bits are going. I think that this is in the realms of... Oh no, it isn't. It isn't in the realms of unretardable speed. The arc is gonna shrink quite rapidly, though. As you can see, the apoapsis is catching up on us. We're losing speed rapidly. Yeah, just a little bit early. I think maybe what I will do is give myself that slight advantage of the bump start that I'd done previously. What we'll do is bring this up a little bit, add the hammer engine, and then that's going to be our first stage via a decoupler, of course. And there we are. 1 decouple, 2 decouple. Don't really care much about losing this, but in the interests of consistency, I will place one down. There we go. Oh, this isn't going to make any fucking altitude whatsoever. Okay, whatever. So we start with this. And get up to some meters. RT... anti-normal. Oh no, not yet, no. Prograde. Yeah. Revert that. Please, whatever you do, don't fall over, because that would be a bit of a catastrophe. And I don't really think I have any say in the matter. No, I do not. That's just a slight shame. Yep, that's gone. So we'll take this, take these, 3 of these, and then place them right at the collar. So at least we've got a decoupling platform to use these with. Why? Hang on, what? Well, I mean, the parachutes will still work, of course, but it's a mess. Oh, also, that's 24 tons, and that's not what we need. I'm sure there's a way you can go and look at the mass of the craft before it's launched. Sure, that's a feature. Let's see, we'll do this. We're at 13 tons. So what we'll do is then couple up some fleas with this. Hang on, not zoomed in well enough. To do this, 17.6 tons. And the parachutes will tip it. Ooh, borderline. Right amount of parts, right amount of weight. I don't think that I've staged this properly, have I? I'm gonna have to do this during the launch. Alright, these engines, this engine. What? For God's sake. One too many parts for what I need. 29 parts. Slightly underweight. Now we'll do this. All of the loading times. Okay, so stage 4. Yeah, look at how fast those SRBs are pulling us. We do this. Yep, those are safe. My graphics card's having a bit of a paddy. And then I think we've actually pulled ourselves into a suitable orbit. We'll make sure that this is going as absolutely as straight as we can. Looking good. I like the way that this is going. Bit of burn there, I'd say. Just at least until we're out of the atmosphere. Into orbital regions now, and I think that this is where we can. Full burn. That was an anti-normal orbit, and I think I've just killed all my speed. Well done. This is one hell of a bastard of a learning process. Okay, revert to launch again. I think that this is going to be the last launch of the night anyway, owing to the fact that it's getting quite late. And I do, of course, have a spot of work to do tomorrow. That professional life. Alright, so there's this. And then after this, we should be fine. Funny how quickly we've have managed to run up a little bit of a... of course not. Run up a little bit of an excess of parts in my project. Keep our speed steady, use as little fuel as is necessary. And then we'll just flatten out after this. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Now we're in the regions to speak again. We should be getting closer to being able to establish an orbit within our constraints. Okay. Hopefully that will be recoverable. Then our second mystery goo. I think we've done this with an orbit, but a little bit more signs there. No signs from the thermos. None of that. No, I think we just let this play out. And hopefully not fucking burn our shit in the process. This is where it all gets a little bit skittish. Hey look! My burner! It's followed me. But the parachute hasn't deployed yet. I think that's gonna burn to death, that is. Way lower than we are. Keep our eyes open. There is going to be a lot of flare as we get into this, you see. What's the first thing to blow up? I think I will have to use some thermal bits and bobs to preserve this on re-entry. Because that's a fairly fatal bit of heat. Now let's see, what have we got here? Utility, no. Thermal. Replace a radiator panel here. Make sure that we're within our specs. Don't have a thermal panel back here, so do that. Oh, that's all the parts that we can afford. Oh, damn and blast. Oh, well, perhaps it's space for a different philosophy, if anything. Let's see. That might well just be enough, but I'm not sure. Really not sure. I know I said the previous launch was going to be our last, but we're going to get carried away with this shit. Well, touch and go. Keep ourselves as normal as possible. Done that stage. Those should be recoverable. There we go, we're straightening ourselves up. Get that burn done. Bit of throttle there. Little hint of sustain, just until we're out of the atmosphere. I think the part of the problem might well have fucking derived from the fact that I am doing an orbit, and orbits tend to be just a little bit on the speedy side. Okay, so that should be no more atmosphere. Yep, there we are. I'll keep it facing horizontally, so we get a lot more speed. Not as much as if I'd actually have done this properly, but oh well. Got a fair bit of coverage on the land though. I think if I was ever unlock them, I'd use the Separatrons to give myself quite the speed boost. See with this, and then got some mystery goo. don't think there's any signs to be going from the temperature. The barometer. There we go. And then we wait. With any hope that that cooling should be all right. Let's see. In theory, it should raise in its capacity. Oh, we're burning up already. That's not a good sign. Yeah, that is catastrophic. But it has got rid of quite a lot of speed. No more science, of course, to be gained from this. This was a failure of the highest degree. Yeah, and on that bombshell, I think it's actually a little bit more appropriate to say good night soon. Or fast forward the pain as the radiator slowly ticks itself cool. What a fucking disgrace. Oh well, for what, 2-3 hours worth of well, we hesitate to call it work, but pissing about. Yeah, man, I'd say that this has been a thing.